Wait, am I there? Yeah, I'm there. Hey, how's everyone doing? How you doing this evening? Everybody having a good day, I hope? Everybody's day's gone well. I would hope. It's been kind of boring today, honestly, for me. Nothing terribly exciting has happened. You know what? I'm totally okay with that. Hey, Megaman, how you doing? Also, hey, Murihel, also EA Dragon Ranger. Saw you chatting earlier. How y'all doing? Yeah. Fully admit, Brendan Hull. Hey, how you doing? Fully admit, I contemplated canceling stream today just because I was feeling kind of like crap, and then it all kind of like went away. You know, went away within like the past 2 hours. Started feeling better. It's like, yeah, fuck it, we ball. We're going. Well, fuck it, we'll do it live. You know. Pretty average payday, to be honest. Hey, that's good. Listen, listen. The way I see it, better to have a boring day than an uneventful boring day than a shitty, disastrous, eventful day. You know, like you had to pick between one of the two. So yeah, it's been kind of that day here, kind of uneventful. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Nightbot doing its thing in the various chats. I'm sorry. That was last payday. New to the stream, watch your 2-hour vid on the worst Warhammer vid ever and got hooked. Hey, Wendigo. Happy to have you here. I need to do another one of those videos with the boys, honestly. Like we did with the Adam something video. I have a video in mind too. That's the best part. I know if I'm doing another one of those, I know exactly what video I'm gonna do. It's the overly sarcastic productions video about kaiju. It is like, okay, it is to kaiju what Adam something's video is to Warhammer. It is awful. And like me and the guys on the Discord spent a good long while watching, like, say, a couple of the King Kong movies. We watched all of the Godzilla series, like, in release order. Well, almost release order. But we did watch we did separated by era, and we put fucking, what is that? We put Destroy All Monsters last for the Showa era because it takes place last chronologically. But we watched the entirety of the Godzilla thing series, so the guys know a bit about kaiju films, you know. So I kind of want to show them that video by Overly Sarcastic Productions because holy crap, it's bad. It is abysmally bad. Also, just want to say, don't let Grum's stupidity get you down. He's an idiot. And listen. Yeah, listen. When it comes to Grums, look. Listen. The guy puts his emotions ahead of common sense. That's his problem. It's like you got the CEO of fucking Arrowhead coming forward and saying DEI is garbage and I don't want to abide by it. And then you have Grums feeling personally aggrieved because, people on the community Discord who the CEO probably didn't even appoint, okay, Grums is right to be mad at the people on the Discord. Don't get me wrong. The people on the fucking Helldivers 2 Discord are trash. Like the people they put in charge. But it's not like the CEO of the company, put them there. He didn't personally pick them and say, "Hey, there's this guy Grums, go dunk on him." It's like, at that point, he's just putting the fact he was personally aggrieved on the Discord, ahead of common sense. And you ain't gonna win the culture war by burning every olive branch that's offered. Like, that's just simple fact. It's like that's the thing that's legitimately like the big problem now when it comes to winning the culture war and the right. Because I'm gonna be honest. If we're being completely honest, it's one. There's no lie. People can tell themselves now that DEI gets the money, and there's no way they can keep going about it unless they are actively, like, willing to self-destruct. But when olive branches are offered and you respond with a flamethrower, yeah, no, they're not going to take kindly to that. You have to be willing to extend a hand to take the olive branch. Like, be ready for companies to go back on their promise, but don't be so quick to anger that, like, you sabotage any attempt at peace. Let's see, EA. Work for me only starts on Monday, so I'm still home, but have to go to the urologist to see if the stones are really out or if there's still something left. Hey, good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. Yeah, that shit you're going through with kidney stones is rough. I've never had it happen to me. I hope it never does happen.
Initiating attack protocol 23.
Oh, hey, Pink Fat Flamingo, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. One moment. Let me shout you out real quick. Shout out. Pink Fat Flamingo. There we go. Hey, happy to have you here. Let's see. Okay, I was asked a question back there from the Twitter end of things, I think. What is your opinion on the rumor that there is a leaked email that GW is doubling down on female custodes and intends to reveal the female head options in Horus Heresy 3.0? Okay, so you, okay, I'm sorry, your name is in blue on this background. Rambo Arminius. First of all, thank you for the question. Second of all, there's going to be no Horus Heresy 3.0. Like that's the first place it falls apart. There's going to be no Horus Heresy 3.0 because the developers of Horus Heresy have said straight up, they're not doing regular edition cycles. That's not how Horus Heresy is going to work, and that's not how Old World is going to work. They're going to release more content for them, more, rules expansions, like, say, the campaign books. They're going to release new minis, but they're not doing a Horus Heresy. They're not doing a Horus Heresy 3.0 or any time in the foreseeable future a Old World second edition. Like, they're not doing it that way. So it falls apart immediately there. Second of all, it falls apart because the guy's, like, showing these supposed email leaks, but he refuses to actually confirm where it comes from. And he also implies this is because he's an insider with, like, inside company information. So he's basically just, so even if, like, being charitable, even if he's telling the truth, he's literally just screwed himself out of insider access. Because he's officially just thrown all of his, the trust the company has in him out the window. I don't think somebody with actual insider information is going to be throwing those sources out the window like that. So yeah, basically nothing really, it doesn't add up. The guy's also a bit of a schizo and basically was harassing a lot of my mutuals on Twitter after I blocked him for being an idiot. So yeah, no, the guy's not a reliable source in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Of all the kaiju that were seen to come back in the Monsterverse, what new kaiju would you like to see? Destroyer, Space Godzilla, Biollante. Biollante before anything else. I love okay, there's two. Biollante and fucking Anguirus. Where the fuck is Anguirus? He's Godzilla's boy. He's his number 2, and we haven't seen him in the Monsterverse yet. Like, what the fuck? And yeah, Biollante, because I fucking love Biollante. That's my tied for, like Godzilla vs. Biollante is like tied for one of my top favorite Godzilla films with Godzilla 2014. So yeah. Marshall, I need you to slap me in the face as hard as you can. Sorry, Doc Rose, I'm not slapping anybody. I'm not slapping anybody. Like I don't know why you want me to slap you, but look, man, I ain't slapping no one. Thankfully, Kabrutus and several others, Rev and Hirohi mainly, have given Helldivers 2 a second chance. Oh yeah, no, Helldivers 2 deserves that second chance. It deserves the awards it won. They legitimately put in the work to fix it. It deserves to win. So yeah, I'm not going with Grum's personal aggrievement on when it comes to forming my opinion of Helldivers 2. Because it's just being petty at that point. They've put in their apology. They made the game better. That's all we need to know. I mean, they even even when they fucked up with the crossover thing, they found the best possible way to, like, you know, fix it and stick by the obvious rules they set with Sony for the crossover. You know, they gave the whole second half of it away and extended the availability of the first half. They admitted, yeah, we fucked up. Like, how many companies do that these days? Currently working on rebuilding a bunch of my Lego Star Wars sets that my cats have been destroying. And good luck with that. Cats are a danger to any fucking, you know, hobby. So yeah, good luck with that. And may your cats leave them untouched. Favorite Space Marine power armor pattern? I don't really have a single favorite, but if I had to go with, I'd say it's probably a tie between, okay, I'm gonna say something that'll probably piss some people off, but y'all know me, I don't care. It's a mix of Mark 10 Tacticus, Mark 6 Corvus, and probably Mark 3 Iron, I would have to say. It's like a mix of those three. I legitimately love all three. What I especially like about Tacticus is the flexibility of it, because it can be turned into, Phobos and Gravis pattern. And Gravis is fucking awesome. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what the histrionic, I hate Primaris people have to say. If you don't like Gravis armor, there's something actually wrong with you. Angerus is cool. Yeah, no, Angerus is Godzilla's boy. He's been with him through the worst of it. Saw Angerus' skeleton in one of the MonsterVerse movies. Yeah, it briefly shows up when the atomic bomb goes off that blows up Godzilla's home in King of the Monsters. I really want them to give him more than that, though. Like, I appreciate the shout out. They obviously couldn't get the rights for him for King of the Monsters, but all the same, I want him to show up I especially want him to show up in the next Godzilla movie, because I'm unfortunately a little doomer pilled about the next one for various reasons. I'm definitely going to give Helldivers 2 a second chance after they told me DEI get blown the fuck out. I mean, you should, just on the principle they put in the work to apologize for all the nerfs by making the game, not only great again, but adding a big, basically a free content expansion with with the Illuminate patch. Am I playing Helldivers tonight? No. When I finally get to gaming, I'm probably going to be playing either Arena Breakout Infinite or Delta Force. I don't know which, but I really like both of them. They're really good. Iron and Corvus are your favorites. Yeah, no, they're both cool. It's, what it is for them? It's all in the helmet for them. Like very iconic helmet designs. I feel like Mark 1 armor doesn't get enough love. I mean, true. Yeah, the Mark 1 was Thunder armor, right? I'm pretty certain they didn't use Thunder armor once they left Earth, which is why it really doesn't get that much screen time in Warhammer, it was outdated by the time they were going to space. So, by end of unification, beginning of when they left Earth to go to Mars, they were already using something else by then, which is why it doesn't get as much love. It's a cool pattern though. I like the fact that the upper body of it is the upper body is like standard power armor, but the lower body is more like the near future sci-fi exoskeletons we see in a lot of work. Because, it wasn't fully armored or, vacuum sealed. You could be lurking, Lancer time, also Happy New Year. Hey, Happy New Year to you too, Iggy. Why didn't they make more Thunder Warriors to help the Siege of Terra? I mean, the Thunder Warriors were just not reliable. Like, they were great as a blunt instrument, but not as tools of a long-lasting strategic war, which is basically why. The comics are fully canon with the MonsterVerse. Okay, listen. I'm going to be completely honest about MonsterVerse canon. MonsterVerse canon is incredibly, incredibly convoluted. Because, the movies all kind of line up, and then the comics do shit that don't fit in with the movies. And then the TV show, which Legacy of Monsters was garbage, don't watch it. The TV show also does stuff that doesn't fit in with the setting. Honestly, if the MonsterVerse needs anything, in my opinion, it's they need to release the original cut of Godzilla vs. Kong.
Consolidating position on the objective.
Oh shit, hold on. Damn, that GIF is really small. What the fuck? Okay, first of all, Silver Dragoon, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, hey Marshall, I and a couple buddies of mine gave me a Tau Combat Patrol 9th and a Retaliation Cadre box for Christmas. Any suggestions on how to play them in terms of narrative without being cringe? I mean, Dragoon. Well, first of all, yeah. Again, thank you for the super chat. Honestly, play them however you want. I mean, I will reiterate. I shit on Tau a lot. 99% of it is for the meme. Like, it's just the interfaction rivalry meme. I don't hate Tau, and I actually never have. I think some of their writing could be improved, mainly in the fact that they don't really have decent FTL, which kind of prevents them from being a threat outside their own space. But I don't hate the Tau. I just think some of the fans who think they do no wrong and are actually good guys are kind of obnoxious. But that's not on the faction. That's on people who don't read the lore and don't understand what the Tau are actually like and what they represent thematically. So yeah, it's like, I mean, so playing Tau is not cringe. And I'll be the first to say that.
Deploying.
The Wendigo Alpha, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Crusade. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Lancer's good. Mark 10 helmets are gonna look like Mark 4 helmets. Oh, I almost forgot. How did I forget that? I swear it's because I'm getting old. I forgot the other armor pattern for me that's completely tied with Mark X Tacticus. That's Mark 5. No, not Mark 5. Mark 4 Maximus armor. Mark 4 Maximus armor and Mark 10 Tacticus armor are my two favorites. Like, my two top favorites. And then I like the helms from, Corvus and Iron. You know damn well this will never ever happen, but I would love to see novels set during the Unification Wars, or novels that exclusively follow the Primarchs prior to them being reunited with the Emperor. The Primarch series kind of goes into the latter bit a little, if that interests you. As for the Unification Wars, yeah, no, they've straight up said the furthest back you're ever gonna get was Valdor, Birth of the Imperium. And they only did that because the only way they can go over the origin of Valdor as a character was to go that far back. Like, and they Games Workshop has said straight up, they're not going further back than that novel. That singular novel was the exception, just to get Valdor's origins in there. For the Horus Heresy novels, because the only way to cover his origins, because he predates the Primarchs, is to go back before the Great Crusade started. Like, if it wasn't for that, they never would have gone that far back. The Last Church was pretty far back, but I would say The Last Church was way more going for a thematic thing regarding the Emperor's motivations for stamping out religion, but also his hypocrisy in doing so, because the whole point of the book is that, the Emperor is wrong to stamp out religion, and he's wrong thinking it's strictly an evil, and he's ultimately wrong that he doesn't really understand chaos as well as he thinks he does. Because, stamping out religion ultimately didn't work. It just made things worse. I don't think he was wrong to conceal the true nature of chaos from people. In fact, he wasn't even totally wrong telling the Primarchs they were basically just the demons were just extra dimensional monsters. But that said, stamping out religion was absolutely a wrong, and he shouldn't have done that. That was honestly his biggest failure. Vengeful 92, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Crusade. Lorehammer's making a homebrew game in the setting of the Unification Wars. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, no, I don't mind people homebrewing it. It's just, I really don't think there's ever going to be a lot of lore covering the Unification War. There's a very little. I I would say, honestly, the biggest bits of lore that cover it are, you know, Valdor, Birth of the Imperium for that, like, extreme late unification war period it takes place in. The old story of the Angel from the Inquisitor tabletop game. You know, the one that's theorized to be a prototype of the Primarchs. And basically, the Last Church. That's more or less it. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, and the stuff in the Horus Heresy that covers the surviving Thunder Warriors. But yeah, that's really it. I don't think the helmet Mark 10 is a problem so much as the fact that they replaced something iconic. CJV, I'm gonna be honest. I've never agreed that Mark 10 Tacticus looks generic, like generic sci-fi. It looks different than the Mark 8 look everyone was used to when it came out, but it does not look generic sci-fi at all. It very much maintains the silhouette and profile of Space Marine power armor. And, you know, much like the tactical squad boxes that preceded it, the Intercessor squad boxes and other Primaris units, I mean, full context. When I've been into 40K for 26 years. I got into it in 1998, back when 3rd edition was brand new. I got into it the month 3rd edition came out. The first thing I was told, or one of the first things I was told by people who played 40K, was you're ultimately going to have, if you want your dudes to be your own, if you don't want them to be just generic Space Marines, you're going to have to put in the hobbying work. That was something that was, like, expected of... My phone is not muted. God damn it. Hold on. There we go. You have to put in the hobby work. If you want your dudes to be your own, you got to make them your own. People look fondly back on the Tactical Squad because of nostalgia. And you know what? I fully get that. I'm nostalgic of the old Tactical Squad. At the end of the day, there's really nothing different when it comes to genericness between the old Tactical Squad and, say, the Intercessor Squad. We'll say the Intercessor Squad because that's like the bog standard Primaris unit. You have to put in the hobby work to kit bash them to make them your own. That's been a constant across the hobby since day one. From the days of the original Space Marine boxes. So, you know, I don't agree that Mark 10 Tacticus is generic sci-fi looking. I think what largely got people afraid was the release of the Phobos Marines, because they were way more designed to be a little, funny because I named the stream test titled this Tacticool. They were designed to be more tactical than gothic looking because they're like stealthy dudes. But then, after that release, 9th edition happened, and they released things like, say, the Blade Guard and all that. So yeah, they immediately started releasing more gothic sci-fi looking Primaris. So yeah, I think people focus way too much on that initial 8th edition release when thinking of Primaris and don't really think about anything that came later. Even later releases for existing that really, started making, Primaris units, but also with their own flair for the different unique chapters. The Vader Grill kind of needs a small comeback. They have stuff like that in the, here's the thing no one tells you. If you really want to make your Primaris Marines look unique, Horus Heresy heads, shoulders, and arms are compatible with them. There's plenty of bits of the older marks out there if you want to throw them in. Just go onto eBay, grab some bits from Horus Heresy and throw that shit on. That shit looks great. That's such a lost art. I saw a video yesterday of a guy finding his Eldar brothers in a brother's army, and it was all put together from individual bits from across the GW catalog. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think with the younger generations of 40K fans now entering, I think kit bashing is a lost art. Because, they're not going to know about they're not going to think about kit bashing. The old heads from when I joined told me about kit bashing, but none of the people today are telling the current new people about kit bashing, and that's really important. That's how you make your dudes, more so than any paint job you could possibly give them. Hey Marshall, have you heard about Trench Crusade? Okay. I've been incredibly critical of Trench Crusade. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. I saw Bricky did a video on it, like a video on it. I'm gonna put it this way: Trench Crusade has no legs. It has no legs. It's the developers have created a setting, like a treatment for a setting, lots of artwork for that setting, but they've created nothing to give that setting legs going forward. There's no characters. There's no actual story. Just like, there's a history but no story. There's no characters to root for with goals of their own. There's none of the things that even Warhammer 40k in its earliest editions had. Which is what you need to make people like it. Like right now, right now, Trench Crusade is like all flash with no point. And unless they hurry and fix that, the setting is not going to have legs. That's just how simple it is. It's not helped by the fact that the game itself is really not that good, but it's propped up by people who are politically invested in seeing it succeed because they kicked the chuds out. So yeah, I'll tell you right now, Norn Queen Kia, for all she shills Trench Crusade, she hates that game. You can see it in her face whenever she's photographed with the minis. She doesn't want to fucking be there. And you know, like, if she really doesn't like the game, hey, that's cool. That's her opinion. But for fuck's sake, lady, be honest. Be honest with yourself and, you know, quit shilling something just because you agree politically with the people who made it. Like, you'll never enjoy it if you keep doing that. You don't have quite steady enough hands for kit bashing. Hell, I'm surprised my painting is good. Has gone as well as it has. Honestly, there's like tools to help steady your hand. Like, oh fuck. I've got some sitting on my own hobby desk over there. They're like, you know, you can like lock the model onto the base, but, you know, for attaching smaller parts and shit. But yeah, no, I get that. If you have trouble with like handshaking or fine motor abilities, no, that's a problem. That is a problem. I actually say when it comes to helping people with those kinds of abilities, disabilities, the fact that now all the parts to make all the options are in the box is actually a really good thing. Because back when I started playing Warhammer, you didn't get all the options in the box. You had to kit bash the options. It's like, oh, what you want to, like, okay, like you know, they sold like 3 generic Inquisitors. If you wanted a specific loadout, you had to cut those metal minis apart and kit bash that shit. Like, there were weapon options for like Space Marines that you couldn't get. You had to kit bash it. You blame it on your soda intake? Well, I mean, hey Psyche, how you doing? You should really, honestly, you should cut down on that stuff. Like, I'd say less the caffeine and more the sugar. The sugar is infinitely worse for you than caffeine will ever be. Like you would, like, honestly, if you cut down on sugar, you would probably see an increase in your hand stability fairly quickly as your body adjusts. You may have a bit of a withdrawal feeling, because I mean, sugar is a drug. There's no getting past that. But yeah, drop sugar from your diet, man. You'll feel better. Let's see. I never shut up about it, but everyone at the FLGS looks at me like I'm actually from Mars. Oh, the horse heresy stuff because you kit bash. Okay, yeah. Trench Crusade tries hard to be edgy. Oh yeah, it's absolutely an all edge, no point kind of setting. Like completely honest. Like, it's also, like, someone actually pointed this out. I didn't even notice this until a guy in my Discord pointed it out. Was that, okay, so according to the people who make Trench Crusade, America, they don't know the American continent exists yet. Because, you know, they've been so busy fighting hell that they haven't had time to explore across the ocean and find the American continents. They have a space program. Like, the Catholic Church has a space program in Trench Crusade. They've been to fucking space. How have they not seen the American continents? Like, how does that work? How do you miss it, for fuck's sake? It's like Earth rotates, you know. Unless, I mean, like, and you say, I was going to make the joke about maybe the Trench Crusade Earth is flat, but if it was flat, that'd make it even worse. You could just look left or right and you'd see America. So, yeah. Like, what the hell? But, see, were there anything else I missed from people? Okay. Thank you for your opinion, but like you said, if you don't like it, sure, but don't force people into buying it. Anyway, question regarding Warhammer 40k. What would you say if Rogel Dorn returned right now? I would throw my wallet at Games Workshop basically instantly. Dorn is the one I want to come back because, you know, the Primarchs that should come back are the ones with the most, like, you know, the most, like, involved business in the story going forward. Gilliman and the Lion were two very good choices. As much as I hate to say it, Leman Russ, and Jagatai Khan, who people have said should come back next, don't have much going on with the stakes of the current setting. Rogel Dorn does, though, especially.
Faith is our shield.
Hey, Vengeful92, thank you for the subscription. Thank you very much. But like Rogel Dorn has a ton going on with the current setting, especially because to the day he went missing, he blamed himself for what happened to his father. So him returning to fight for the Imperium, in a redemptive fashion would make a ton of sense. And not so much Jagatai Khan and Leman Russ returning, whose stories are entirely wrapped up within their own chapter. You know? There's not a lot of room to expand with those two, immediately, where a redemption arc for the Lion made a lot of sense. Gilliman having to retake the Lord Commander role made a lot of sense. But yeah, Dr. Forge, Bohemond, how do you think the first meeting between the Lion and Gilliman is going to go? I know some people think there's going to be an Imperium Civil War due to that. I do not believe that's going to happen, honestly. I think people who think there's going to be an Imperium Civil War between the Lion and Gilliman are fooling themselves. At most, hostilities will be the Lion walks up to Gilliman, punches him in the jaw for splitting up the Dark Angel's Legion. Gilliman would probably say, "Yeah, I deserve that," and then they'd embrace his brothers. That's how it's going to go. Like, that is actually how I think it's going to go. Because, I mean, Gilliman himself kind of regrets the Codex Astartes. I think he was like, he was thinking of, like, a short-term solution to a long-term problem and was so afraid. He straight up said he was so afraid of another Horus Heresy happening that he over-calculated when it came to splitting up the legions. Like, he straight up admitted that he wants to get rid of the Codex Astartes and reform the legions and reform the Imperial Army and all that stuff. What's my take on 3D printing minis? Okay, I've pissed people off with this. I've pissed people off with this stance. So, here we go. Here we go. I have no problem with 3D printing whatsoever. I think a lot of people who make 3D printed assets are very talented and do a lot of good creating a third-party bits market for Warhammer players to rely on. I think 3D printers are the vegans of the... I also think 3D printers are the vegans of the Warhammer community, because they're the guys who... You could be in a long-ass line of bathroom stalls with your dick out taking a piss. There are plenty of stalls to your left and your right. The next guy coming in has everywhere to go. A 3D printer will get in the one right next to you, lean into your ear, and sensually whisper, "I 3D print my models." It's like, okay, buddy, that's good for you. I don't mind. That's perfectly allowed. That is perfectly fucking allowed. It's like, I hate to say it, you're not sticking it to Games Workshop with 3D printing. 3D printing will never replace store-bought models. It's too hard to get into, it's too expensive to get into, and it is a sub-hobby in its own right that requires, you know, not only the money a big money investiture, there's more than just the printer that you need, but also, you know, material, you need to know material, you need to know a degree of computer-aided design, working with, like, Blender and stuff. You need to know how to clean it, you need to know how to maintain it, and, yeah, it's like, well, I can pay for my printer within like one, you know, construction job if I build a Titan. It's like, that's true. You won't be putting a Titan together for several years while learning to use a 3D printer. Like, that's a simple fact. It is not as easy to do as it looks. And I think, if I have any criticism for people who 3D print, be more honest about what goes into 3D printing. Because you stand a good chance of getting someone into an expensive sub-hobby on top of an expensive hobby that they're not going to be qualified to actually perform. That's something you got to do. That is a lesson I will give you now. Don't understate how hard it is to get into 3D printing. But other than that, I got no problem with 3D printing. It's like, it's just not the silver bullet people think it is. It's got its own issues. It's got its own issues, and it's got its own, like, you know, people who are, you know, claiming it can do no wrong, just like there are people who can claim Games Workshop can do no wrong. I'd like to hear his reaction fighting his hand. Oh, you'd like to hear the reaction of Rogel Dorn fighting his hand on the phalanx? Honestly, he'd probably be moved. Like, one of his last memories, as far as he was concerned, was doing wrong by his own chapter, by you know, letting his anger get the better of him and doing the Iron Cage incident. Honestly, if Dorn saw that, he'd probably be moved that his, you know, his sons, all these millennia later, still remember him and still care about their father. That'd actually be an interesting angle to go with. Fuck, I need to write that down, send that to Games Workshop. Hey, do this, you dumb fucks. This is a great storytelling idea. One second, gotta catch up with chat a little bit. Everyone low-key hopes for Bad Ab 2.0. Yeah, no, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. You think Rust makes sense because you feel like Big E sent him into Nurgle's garden to get a fruit from the Tree of Life? I mean, Big E didn't send him. He chose to go himself. That said, it'd be fucking hilarious if he frees Isha just because, you know, the Eldar L of the fact that they owe the fucking... They owe, you know, the Imperium a favor for rescuing one of their gods. The YouTube comments don't seem to be appearing in the stream messages. They don't? Somebody on YouTube type something, so let me check the chat. Somebody on YouTube type something. I want to make sure this shit's working. Let's see. The embodiment of who the fuck asked? Yeah, a little bit. A less hard-ass Dorn would be pretty good for the Imperium. Honestly, if he comes back, I'm going to expect him to be way less defense-oriented and way more like Sigismund. Like, that'll be his big post-heresy change, much like all of the Primarchs coming back have gone through a, you know, character development and changed a little bit as people. I think that would be his. Like, Gilliman wants to undo a lot of the micromanagement he's been doing. The Lion has, you know, the Lion is, you know, the Lion is way less the uncaring warmonger he used to be, and is trying to, make amends from the causes, the damage his aloofness caused during the heresy. And really, if Dorn came back, I'd like to see him be, you know, less all about holding the line and more about going out and fighting. Basically having a man, Sigismund had the right idea kind of arc, you know? That's what I'd like. You prefer plastic models over 3D printing because I hate working with resin. Yeah, no, I get that. Resin can be, you know, a fuck. Yeah, okay, what the fuck? Yeah, no, I see it. YouTube chat messages are not showing up. I don't know what's going on there, actually. I can't really fix that. That's on Streamlabs' end. There's probably a problem with it. Yeah, no, it's something's wrong with the YouTube messages, but I can see you. I can see you typing. I can respond. I'm sorry to worry the YouTube people, but I can respond. So yeah, don't worry. It's something on Streamlabs' end. I'm not sure how to fix it. The only thing it would be weird that Rogel Dorn would return because of what Conrad Kurz has mentioned about the death of Rogel Dorn and his other brother. And even Vulcan mentioned he will meet him on the... No, Vulcan, you know, Vulcan didn't allude to Dorn being dead. Vulcan alluded to Dorn being alive. That's why Corland was so shocked by it before Vulcan fucked off to go fight some orcs. As for what Conrad Kurz said, you got to remember the thing about Conrad Kurz. Conrad Kurz never tried to prevent his visions because he was a nihilist. He thought the worst situation would always happen. He felt trapped in his visions, and that's why he never tried to prevent them from happening, even though he could have. Like, that's the whole deal with Conrad Kurz. So Kurz saying he saw Rogel Dorn die really means nothing. That's like a nihilist saying that, you know, oh, there's no purpose in voting because you'll never get your candidate elected because your vote doesn't matter, and then November 5th this year happened. So yeah. I do not take nihilism seriously as a concept. Yeah, again, I'm sorry about the chat box problem. Let me take a look at the chat box really quick. All right, one moment. Let me look. Conrad was a fan of Nietzsche. No. Conrad was a fan of the fucked up, completely inaccurate interpretation of Nietzsche. Because Nietzsche wasn't a nihilist. He wanted to prevent nihilism. And now all the fucking nihilists today think he was a nihilist because they don't know how to fucking read. I really don't know what could be wrong. I don't know what's wrong with the chat, guys. I really don't. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to. Kurz was a fatalist. Yeah, he was a nihilistic fatalist, and a what's the term when you hate humans? Fuck. Why am I forgetting that term right now? What the hell? Nihilism is a bitch mode F tier philosophy. I agree. There is always hope. Hope doesn't die until the last man dies fighting. That's how it is. Hello, hello, Brendan Hull. How you doing? Wait, no. You're not saying hello. Ella's Goot. I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry, dude. I only speak English. I'm a dumb American. Give me a break. Misanthrope. That's it. Thank you, Krypton. Thank you. Nihilism is a cringe concept in general. Yeah, I agree. I mean, he was a fatalist and a nihilist and a misanthrope. I mean, look. Conrad Kurz is basically the Frowning Friends or whatever they were called. You remember that from Smiley Friends? He's like, nothing matters because we're all gonna die one day, and he busts in with the boss busts in with the fucking assault rifle and starts pissing his pants, not wanting to die. Yeah, like that. I don't take nihilists seriously, like, not at all. Okay, nobody panic. I'm gonna do something really quick. I'm gonna try and fix the chat. We're gonna see if I can fix it, okay? So everybody hang on real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I'm sorry about that. All right, first of all, messages I missed when I was AFK. Kurz was a Reddit mod. Yes, Hazel. He was a Reddit mod. He was an R. He was either an R anti-work or R atheism mod, to be precise. Okay. Somebody on YouTube typed something again. Let's see if that fixed it. You saw a short that said Mortar. Muriel. God damn it! It's still not showing up. I'm. Okay, YouTube guys, I am so sorry, but it looks like it looks like something went wrong on Streamlabs' end. I don't know how to fix it on my end. It's strictly on the multi-stream chat. I don't know what's wrong. So, yeah. I'm not going to be able to fix it on my end. We'll just have to hope Streamlabs unfucks itself in the next little while. Okay, as I was saying. So, saw a short that said Mortarian had chosen his pistol thing as his personal weapon instead of the scythe Biggie offered him. But how does he end up with it anyway? Oh no, he's still. Oh, I mean silence. His scythe. No, he used silence all throughout the Horus Heresy. He just didn't like it because he's Mortarian's a fucking incel who hated his dad because he helped him. Yeah, Jeremy, again, I'm sorry. YouTube's comments are just not showing up. I don't know what's going on here. Like I said, I think it's on Streamlabs' end with the multi-chat, because I'm fairly certain it was working before, but then it all of a sudden stopped, so I don't know what to do other than hope they unfuck it. So, yeah. I can still see your comments, though. Don't worry. I can respond to you guys. What's your all-time favorite army chapter? And which army are you painting or building or playing as? The minis I have right now are Black Templars with a couple of Knight Armigers. I'm looking over at my hobby table. I've also got. I need to find time to work not only on my 40k minis but the Gunpla that I bought. Like, shit. I need to find time to work on those. Yeah, of course it's gonna be Black Templars. I'm actually thinking of putting together some Death Watch though. Too, just because Death Watch came back, because why the fuck not? I like Death Watch. The pistol was called the Lantern. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. I think that's what it was called. I know he still has both. He has both Silence and the Lantern. He kept both after the Heresy. It's been janky for almost a week. That doesn't surprise me. Technology never works right when you need it to. What does the scrolling binary say? I haven't focused on it long enough to read it. Okay. The scrolling binary says on it, everything woke turns to shit. One of my favorite quotes from the God Emperor himself. Let's see, Rambo Arminius, hot take about my favorite faction, Gene Stealer cults. They're the 40k equivalent of Skaven. You know what? I agree to that. I agree to that more than the fucking Redditors who are all like, our humanity are the Skaven of 40k. It's like, wow, Gratz, you know nothing about the Imperium of Man or Skaven. What do you know? Reavers are still your favorite mini from GW? Which were Reavers again? I'm looking that up, like, right the fuck now. I don't remember what Reavers are. Why am I forgetting what Reavers... Oh, okay. Drukhari Reavers. Okay. Yeah. I guess you've seen the secret level about Warhammer 40k. What do you think about it? It was fucking... the good shit. That shit was fucking mint. I've said it before... If that's the level of care Amazon is going into with this, this crossover with Games Workshop, I'm all for it, like, unironically. And I stick by the fact that I do not believe for a minute Amazon was behind female custodes. I stick by that. That was all on Games Workshop fucking up somehow. I don't even think they actually planned it. I still think it was a fuck up. And now they've undone that fuck up, and the world is a better place. I've said gene stealers were Skaven for years. Again, got looked at like you were from Mars. I mean, it's a reasonable take. They dwell under, like, they dwell in, like, the sewers and the underhives and shit. And then when you least expect it, they rise up and destroy the place. That's like what Skaven do, and that's what gene stealers do. And gene stealer cults are honestly unique enough from Tyranids that you can't say it doesn't work because of the Tyranid connection. They also, actually, no, the technological aspect doesn't really work by comparison, because Skaven's whole purpose is that they have really whack technology. Definitely a fuck up. Yeah, I genuinely believe GW fucked up, tried to roll with it, and then in rolling with it fucked up, and that's why they backtracked it. It was never a planned thing. I stick by my schizo theory that the reason there's a female custodian in the Tithes was because the animators fucked up and made a female custodian, and that's where the whole, oh shit, we gotta have female custodes now because we spent too much money on this fucking animation, we can't just not ship it, you know? That's the, that's my I genuinely believe that's what happened. Like, it was a fuck up, they tried to roll with it, rolling with it fucked it up, you know, instead of just, say, canceling episode 2 of the Tithes and having it just be a two episode series. That's genuinely what I think happened. And then, you know, they realized how hard they fucked up, and we're like, oh shit, we gotta backtrack. And that's the ultimate guide. Like, that's genuinely what I think happened. When watching Secret Level animation, it really reminded me of Astartes. I know the same guy worked on it, but still, it was nice that, like, yeah, no, I'm really getting tired of the people who are all saying he quit Games Workshop to go work for Studio Blur, and that Games Workshop keeps Penderson, that's his last name, locked in the basement, not working on anything. It's like they think the only thing he's good for is Astartes. That's not how that works. He's been working on CGI shit for Games Workshop right along. It's like you can see his touch in a lot of the animations that, you know, a lot of the CGI stuff that Games Workshop works on. You can see his directorial flair. It's really not helped by the fact that GW does not give credits for their animations. Like, the Deathwatch animation from Warhammer Day having credits was, like, unusual. And they, you know, they didn't put, you know, the Warhammer 40k Secret Level episode of Warhammer Plus, so they couldn't do that to that. And that's why you saw credits. That's how you know Penderson worked on it. But yeah, no, Penderson didn't go work for Blur. Like, he didn't quit GW to go work for Blur. He went from Games Workshop to Studio Blur to help them make the episode, much like how GW will send their writers over to, like, say, their writers and lore guys over to, like, say, Creative Assembly, or Fat Shark, or, you know, or Saber Interactive to make 40k games. It's like that. He didn't quit the company. He just went to consult with Blur. Now that it's released, he's back with them, probably working on something else. You found one of my Beetleback Warlords in the old storage garage this past weekend too. Ah, nice. If this would be a full-length movie, I would go immediately. Okay, honestly, I don't think they could turn an animation like Astartes or the Secret Level episode with the no dialogue thing into a full-length movie. I don't think they could. But if they bring that kind of directorial energy and action style to a Space Marine themed story as a movie, that would be amazing. Like, they just wouldn't be able to do the no talking thing the whole time. Because, like, you know, you can't do that. Like, you really can't do that over, like, a 90-minute to 2-hour movie. Like, that's just not going to work. Space Marine 2 trailers, Death Watch, some Hammer and Bolter stuff. Actually, Brendan, the Erasmus something or other, the guy who worked on the Lord Inquisitor fan film from way back when, and also worked on Gundam Requiem for Vengeance. He was the guy who did the Death Watch thing for Warhammer Day. That was him. I can tell because of the weirdly jank animation style that he hasn't really, you know, improved from since the Lord Inquisitor years ago. Like, it's also a problem with the animation in Requiem for Vengeance as well. Let's see what else. Hey, Marshall, I generally view the Tau as the normal sci-fi faction. How do you view them, and how do they fit into the larger universe? I mean, in terms of, like, their aesthetic and technology, yeah, they're like the normals. But in terms of what they represent the evil... Okay, I'm actually going to get political here. I'm actually about to say Warhammer 40k does satirize fascism. It's just not in the way woke tourists want to. The Tau satirize fascism because they are a fascist state. And they satirize how people will embrace totalitarianism because they either don't want to recognize it, or they're so brainwashed by the cause that they can't recognize it. That's what the Tau represent. As opposed to the Imperium, who represent humanity pushed to the wall by the threats, by, the all-consuming threats of a galaxy that hates them because they exist. It's almost like the people who want that kind of satire in 40k could maybe find a little of it if they knew what faction to look for rather than the Imperium. Sayama is a genius because he informs the viewer with visuals, not dialogue. Yeah, I just don't think that would work in a feature length movie or long running TV show. So since every single Primarch that is returned has gotten a weapon out of the Emperor's armory, what weapon do you think the next Primarch is going to get? If it's Rogel Dorn, I think he's going to get the Emperor's Gauntlet. I actually do not agree with that. I think he'd get the Emperor's Bolter, honestly, before he'd get the Gauntlet. Because I mean, yeah, he's Primarch of the Imperial Fists. He never really had a Power Fist theme about him. Like, the most drastic difference between a Primarch from Heresy and a Primarch in 40k is the Lion, because he goes with a sword and a shield, but it still sticks with the Arthurian knight aesthetic that you're going for with the Lion. And also the shield, the Emperor's shield, also sticks with the lore behind Pridwin, which was King Arthur's shield. I've also got some laser burn stuff painted yesterday, and I got my Lars of Victory tatted on my wrist. Nice, man. That's cool. Yeah, the Gundam dude. He was a Lord Inquisitor guy. He was the dude I couldn't remember. Yeah, it's kind of sad to me that, that Erasmus quit working on the Lord Inquisitor because he got an industry job. That's why he never finished it. He finished the prologue, got an industry job, and then quit working on the Lord Inquisitor to do that, basically, and then he never went back to it. I'd honestly like GW to pick up the Lord Inquisitor prologue and then actually finish it. The Imperium is fascist always puts a twitch in my jaw. The essence of the ecclesiarchy, the Imperial Senate, planetary governors, night worlds, Mars. And don't forget Ultramar. Yeah, no, it's like the Imperium is so fucking decentralized, it categorically cannot be fascist. Like, fascism thrives as a system of centralization. Like being a incredibly centralized government where the word of the central federal government is like the word of God. It cannot be disobeyed in any way. Like, individual branches of the Senatorum Imperialis don't get along. You really think they're the Imperium is a unified, centralized faction? And that's not even bringing up shit like the Inquisition and, the Custodes, like saying, oh, the Inquisition are the secret police. That proves they're fascists. Like, well, I mean, okay, first of all, fascism did not single-handedly have a, history of secret police. So, you can throw that out right away. Secondly, the Inquisition operates at odds with the government. The secret police forces and the Gestapo and I know the KGB were not the communist secret police, or maybe they were. I can't remember off the top of my head. Were part of the government, the Inquisition in 40K is a permanent member of the High Lords, but also operates outside and against the government. Like, nothing against the state is one of the 3 core tenets of fascism. Just the Inquisition existing destroys the argument that the Imperium is fascist because of how they operate. If we're getting something from Henry Cavill, I'm hoping he starts with the Imperial Guard story before Space Marine 1. Okay, CJV, I have heard from reliable sources, that the first animation is going to, or the first series they do, it's not going to be an animation. The first series they do is going to be Gaunt's Ghosts. That's what I heard. And what I heard came from the delays with Cavill were caused because Cavill wanted to play, like the delays that took so long, it was because Cavill wanted to play Gaunt when he's more suited to play Colm Corbeck, Gaunt's second in command. And negotiating him into where he plays second fiddle to the main character was entirely what caused the delay. It had nothing to do with female custodes, it had nothing to do with DEI or anything. It was strictly Henry Cavill wanting a starring role that he really wasn't suited for. Like, that's it. But yeah, now apparently the reason they're picking Gaunt's Ghosts is because it's easy to understand. It is dudes fighting wars in trenches. Or at least, the first book, which is what they'd start with. It is dudes fighting wars, and then during the war, weird shit happens, but people can grasp dudes fighting wars. That's why they're going with Gaunt's Ghosts first. And then and like Gaunt's Ghost does, it drip feeds you the weird shit like, chaos and demons and aliens. And that's why they want to do that, because someone who doesn't know what the fuck Warhammer is going to be able to grasp that going in, and they won't be confused. Where something like Eisenhorn, I think Eisenhorn is a good introductory book, but people who read and people who watch television shows generally, have different ways of getting into things, like mentally. You can throw someone into Eisenhorn and still get them to enjoy Warhammer if they read. But for somebody who, for somebody who goes with like television and stuff, if you throw them in with Eisenhorn, they're going to be like, what the fuck is going on in this setting? Holy shit. But if you throw them in with Gaunt's Ghosts, that's something simple to grasp. Dudes fighting wars. They can get that. And then you can introduce the weird shit, and it'll flow right in, and they'll begin to understand, oh, okay, the other faction is allied with actual fucking demons, and that's why they're fighting them. Or, oh, there's these weird kind of elfy looking aliens going on too, shit like that. You can introduce someone to, you can introduce a person who focuses on television more than books to 40K very easily with Gaunt's Ghosts. And, that drip feed of the weird shit, But of course creates a single point of failure. When the all-powerful state goes, the whole line of dominoes immediately topples. Yeah, no, exactly. The Imperium has gone through enough civil wars to show that, it has gone through enough civil wars and conflicts and picked itself back up to show that it's not fascist. I mean, shit. They've had 2 tyrants take over the Imperium. Fucking, who was the guy from the beheading? Draken Vangerich, the head of the Officio Assassinorum, and fucking Goj Vandire both became tyrants who abused their authority as a singular ruler, a singular fascist dictator of the Imperium. You know what happened when the Imperium had actual fascist dictators? They overthrew both of them. They overthrew both of them and killed them. Like, yeah. Like, you want to say the Black Templars are representative of Nazis. The Black Templars literally helped overthrow Goj Vandire. They led the charge. So yeah, it's like, for anybody calling the Black Templars a Nazi reference, you can go fuck yourself, read the fucking lore. Do we know it's going to be Gaunt's Ghosts? I cannot confirm with any absolute certainty my, source, but I can say, I trust what he had to say. Again, could be wrong. He could have heard wrong. Last time I relied on the word of a source, it all went wrong because I really should have vetted it. So again, take it with like, grab a whole ass salt shaker and throw that shit over your shoulder. That's how much that's how far you should take my word. Okay. I will never pretend to be the guy with like actual like insiders whispering in my ear at all times. I learned my lesson the first time with that shit. So yeah, again, whole ass shaker of salt, but that's what I heard, is that it's going to be Gaunt's Ghosts. I think something with Dan Abnett just is it's going to be something from Dan Abnett to begin with anyway. I think just because Dan Abnett's stuff, even a lot of his novels are very approachable for like the ones that aren't like, you know, balls deep in the middle of a series, like a Horus Heresy novel, like you know, like fucking what was the one with Erda? Because that was the one he published in the middle of fucking you know, the middle of the fucking Siege of Terra. But yeah, like Dan Abnett's books, like the ones that start series, tend to be very approachable. Which is why I think even if it's not true that it's Gaunt's Ghosts, it will be a Dan Abnett book no matter what. Which again points toward either Gaunt's Ghosts or Eisenhorn. I would kind of I want Eisenhorn to happen. I think for my part they'll go with Gaunt's Ghosts again because of the approachability. Who was the one guy that had the Sisters of Battle around his finger until the Custodes showed them a handful of the Emperor's body? That was Gauche Van Dyer. That was Gauche Van Dyer. That was back when the Sisters of Battle were still the brides of the Emperor. Yeah, they took Alicia Dominica into the throne room, and then she came out with her hair shocked white and was like, "Yo, this Gauche Van Dyer motherfucker's actually a heretic. Let's kill him." You know, and that's what happened there. It's been described as a smaller personal story and a jumping off point, so Gaunt's Ghost would fit the bill. Yeah, no, that's actually a good point, actually, because you know the story of the first Gaunt's Ghost book is very personal. Like, there's big stakes to the battle, but it's really about this small, tight knit group of soldiers off doing their thing, and like all the bullshit they're going through. You won them over with his Rosarius? Oh yeah, because they were from a primitive planet that didn't know what the fuck a force field was. Well, you know what? All right. I think I've yapped long enough. I'm switching over to fucking. It's time I switch over to gaming. Okay, Delta Force or fucking Arena Breakout Infinite. I was gonna play one of the two. I don't know which. He hopes Gaunt's Ghost because it will inform newcomers that there's more in 40k than Space Marines. Oh, I agree with that too. Like, the first Space Marines you see in Gaunt's Ghosts are in the first book, and they're Iron Warriors, and they get blown the fuck out by the Ghosts and the Vitrian Dragoons. So you know what? I'm totally okay with that. It really gives you a good sense of scale of this is the bullshit humanity's putting up with. You know. You came for the app, hey William. I mean, I've been yapping for like an hour and 16 minutes now. I should probably get to gaming too. All right. Okay, you know what? Let's do Delta Force. I'm hoping you don't have to fight with. Locking in. Haven't seen ABI streamed in a bit. You know what? I'll probably stream that next week. Then I'll stream Arena Breakout next week. I've actually been playing that off stream, leveling up a bit. I really like it. I really like that game. I think. Okay, spicy hot take. I think it is significantly better than Escape from Tarkov. Like, a lot better. Hold up, I'm moving over to here. Hold on, everyone. We're gonna close out the stream music. We are gonna launch the game. We're gonna get going. I should also change the stream info because, yeah. Stream info. Switch from just chatting to Delta Force. God, I hate the fact there's so many Delta Forces on the fucking. on the fucking up thing that you gotta update. Like, yeah. All right, hold up, everyone. Let me get this going. Where the fuck is the game capture? There it is. Properties, clan, launcher. There we go. That should be it. I think. There we go. I also unlocked the best character, so that's going to make playing a lot more fun. Good God, the air's a little chunky right now. Dark Sentinel bundle. The fuck they chart? I'm not buying no. Okay, you know, look, this game's doing the whole like weapon bundle thing, like Call of Duty is. I'm gonna say this: these weapons look better than the Call of Duty ones. You seen that new SMG they released recently in Call of Duty? It's got the fucking green flames in the back, and if you aim down sights, you literally can't see what you're shooting at. Like, what the fuck? I swear that shit's AI generated. Them saying they didn't have info at the time means there wasn't always female custodes, and that proves the replacement theory. Oh yeah, I think it pretty well proves the fact that what happened with female custodes was an accident they tried to rectify in typical Games Workshop fashion, the worst way possible, and that's why, you know, yeah, which is why they walked it back, because it actively hurt sales. Because, you know, if Games Workshop is anything, it's a bunch of idiots. Okay, what all out siege until the Let's look at the let's look at the events and shit that they're doing. Upgrade the AKM. I might actually use the AKM if capable then. Another thing I do like about this game, they give you a lot. There's a lot of shit they just give you, like, for a free-to-play game. It looks like if I'm talking, like, you know, whether to play a free-to-play game, I'd say the fact that, you know, they pretty much limit purchases to in-game purchases to season passes and, like, you know, skins and shit is always a good sign, in my opinion. If they change that, I'll jump down their fucking throats about it. But they haven't changed that yet. Okay. Play one match, 10 kills with an SMG, 5 enemies with a... Oh, god damn it. Marksman rifles fucking suck. Emotes. I guess I'll unlock an emote back there. Oh, right, yeah. This fucking emote. Jesus Christ.
Big picture's the most important thing.
Yeah, this guy's my favorite operator. I basically gave him the Russian Spec Ops bolter. That's basically what this is. It's a 50 caliber assault rifle, and he's got a use a loitering munition as a fucking special attack. Ah, fuck. I don't want to play as a fucking recon, but I might have to play as a recon. Okay, what fucking marksman rifle am I gonna use? This one fires full auto. I might just use this one. Respawn beacon. Yeah, fuck it. The 5 marksman rifle kills are going to be the most obnoxious to get. Marksman rifles are really fucking weak in this game. I'm really not a fan. And then siege. Multi-point tagging. Yeah.
Always the bullseye.
The first, oh fuck. One moment.
Reinforcements are here. Advance and secure the objective.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. This, swear to God, the one thing I hate about this game
They've nowhere else to run.
is the fact that it resets my mic settings every time I play it, and I have to remute it.
Neutralizing
Hold on.
objective Alpha 2.
There we go. Ow! Fuck. Ah!
Objective Alpha 2
I tried.
cleared. Safe run.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. First Four Sons is 10,000 selected champions, and we have their names thus far. Leaves little room for them to even be a single lady among them. Yeah, exactly. Like, look, it doesn't pass the sniff test simply because they introduced that shit so suddenly with no build-up. Like, bro, wait. Oh, wow, I actually got a kill with this thing. What do you know? Oh, that's my cue to move. Oh, shit. Wow, I fucking fumbled that shot. Jesus. Oh. Nope. No, sir. Ah! Okay, yeah, he knew I was there. But yeah, it doesn't pass the sniff test just because, like, you know, it's like it was done with such little fanfare. Like, it just comes out of nowhere in the codex, and there's no explanation for it except a social media post. I'm sorry, that doesn't pass any kind of sniff test as being like a planned thing whatsoever.
This is their last stand. Take the sector.
Whoa! God damn it, I'm a terrible shot.
Where are they hiding? Ah, damn!
Oh, shit.
We've neutralized objective Alpha 2.
I have a bone to pick with all these lore-accurate Space Marine 2 models who treat the bolt gun like it's an A-10's minigun. It's a 14.5 mil... 19.05, actually. But you know what? Close.
Alpha 1.
But yeah, no, it's like so much art depicts it as a fucking 40 millimeter grenade. But it's like, that's not how it works.
One of our objectives has been attacked. Allied troops engaging at objective Alpha 1. Trap deployed. Target down.
That guy fucked off. Where'd he go?
We've neutralized objective Alpha 1. The enemy is attacking objective Alpha 2.
Find them!
Okay.
Objective Alpha 1 secured. The enemy is attacking objective Alpha 2.
Oh, shit! Oh, the guy behind me. Shit. Alright. Yeah, I'm fucked.
80% of our troops remain. Continue to push.
Oh, they're way further up. Okay.
Capture the last sector. We're going to win this.
Where is A3? That way. Yeah, no, too many people depict bolter rounds as 40 millimeter grenades. It's like they're not 40 millimeters. They're 19.05. You're portraying them at like almost, actually over double their diameter.
The enemy has taken over objective Alpha 2.
Smoke barrage ready. Wait for my intel.
We're going. Ah, shit.
Over objective Alpha Alpha 1.
My conversations were off. I thought it looked weird after I typed it. But yeah, 19.05. Yeah, 19.05 millimeter is what 75 caliber translates to in like millimeters. And then there's the human-sized bolters, which are 50 caliber.
They've nowhere else to run. Final push.
Hey Bo, which one of these chaos bringers you think is stronger? The chaos gods or unicorn? Unicorn? Well, what do you mean by unicorn?
Objective Alpha 1 has fallen into enemy hands.
Well, fuck. Okay, let me spawn in. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh.
Allied troops launching an assault on Objective Alpha 1.
Bullseye!
Unicorn control. Oh, Unicron. Why the fuck did I read that as unicorn? What am I retarded? Okay. Ow! Ow! Oh god, my flesh.
Screen incoming.
Honestly, the Chaos Gods could shit mix Unicron.
No secrets under my arrow.
Oh god. Probably Chaos Gods. Yeah, no, I think the Chaos Gods would absolutely destroy Unicron. He's not that big a threat
I'll do better next
comparatively. Where'd that land? Okay, nowhere near me. Okay, in a second I can drop my fucking beacon. We've lived that long.
Allied troops launching an assault on Objective Alpha 1.
Ah, fuck. Was one of them a medic? I hope one of them was a medic. Nope, I'm fucked.
The enemy has taken over.
The Godwin
Objective
Diaz is
Alpha
50, the
2.
Mars, Phobos, and Godwin are 75, the Grya and Godwin Ultima are 0.998. I'm gonna be honest, the 0.998 bolter, whoop, from Space Marine was a typo. Oh shit. They got it confused with the heavy bolter. The heavy bolter is 0.998. Fuck.
Thank you.
It's a bit of a long shot, but let's see if I can make it.
Got them.
Oh wow, I actually landed it. I actually landed that arrow and made him have to move. I'm kind of impressed with myself.
I've got it.
Fuck. You go for Unicron considering his extended lore, comic and manga incarnations threaten the
Thanks.
entire
I feel better now.
cosmology. I mean, that's true.
Find them.
We've lost half
Yeah, I
our
need ammo.
reinforcements. Speed up the attack.
Shit. Oh god, I can't see shit. Oh, they've actually confirmed a Graya pattern exists. Oh, okay, that's okay. Yeah. I actually didn't know they made the. Oh, shit.
The enemy has taken over objective Alpha 2.
Fuck. I didn't know they actually turned that into an official pattern. So yeah, no, hey, you learn something new every day. I've never pretended to know everything about the 40K lore. I know there's shit I don't know. So yeah, the fact they turned the pattern from Space Marine into a new pattern is actually kind of cool. I like that.
I need help! Now!
Bro, you're a medic. Help me. You're right there.
Thanks, I feel better now. What the heck? Wait for my intel.
We have captured an objective. The enemy has taken over.
Well, I got my 5 kills by now. I'm actually doing kind of good with this gun. I'm somewhat shocked. Did they buff marksman rifles when I wasn't looking?
Bullseye.
Oh, shit. Okay, someone snuck up on me. Oh, damn, bro. Up there.
Help me!
Any medics? Oh, no, that's not a friendly. They can't help me. It was a blurb and chapter proof, but it did end up in there, which all surprised me. Oh, yeah, no, that's cool. It's good to see GW covering their bases with that kind of stuff. Do I want to... Is this the gun I want to use? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
The enemy has
Love ourselves
captured
the bison.
objective Alpha 3.
Oh, shit.
Capture the last sector. We're going to win this. Allied troops launching an assault on objective Alpha 3.
Let me detect first.
Ah, fuck.
Objective Alpha 2 is under attack. Strategic beacon deployed.
Oh, 2 assists. Nice. Not bad for an electric arrow.
Medic! I'm here! Hurry!
Yo, Dame 23, turn around. I'm in your squad. You can get me up. Come on, man. Hurry up. There we go.
I'll do better next time.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
This objective can make or break the battle. Take it down.
Oh, shit. Well, I tried to move up.
Medic! I need help!
Maya just sat down at the foot of the bed, said, and immediately said, "You can make a blood trail from a hate march." I love her. Ever watched Space King? Yes, I have. Space King is fucking hilarious.
After that, artillery barrage incoming.
Like, what's great about Space King, like, unironically,
Capture the last
it's a
sector.
40K parody that gets 40K. You know, it's not trying to be like, smarter than 40K in the process. It's just, you know, it's just funny. It's just funny and gets what it's, you know, parodying. It's like, it's more Spaceballs and less abridged series, and that's why I respect the hell out of
Regroup
it.
and take it down.
Detecting!
Oh, nailed that guy with a grenade. Nice.
Allied troops
Oh, shit.
Objective Alpha 1. Come to support.
I owe you one.
I'm moving elsewhere. they're focused on that hallway, should we? I might be able to sneak up. Oh, well, okay. I got one dude. Oh, he got me. Transformers in general is really fucking OP when it comes to manga, comics, IDW, precursor world. Yeah. There's some seriously OP shit in. Oh god, my frame rate. What the hell? I just saw the map glitch out. Hold on.
Capture the last sector.